Hello everybody, this is Sophie from Bridal Poltero. Welcome one and all. I'd like to start with lighting a candle for America and its democracy because it's in danger, and I think that it's important that we keep praying for America and that we keep praying for peace in America, for people to get along in America, for people to see the freaking light in America. So I'd like to ask God, the Great Spirit, all the archangels and angels, all the people that have passed, that are light workers on the other side, all the people, for our prayers to be answered, to ensure that America will be saved. And I'd like to encourage all of you to fight for your democracy. One way to fight is to call your representatives, your senators, whoever has been voted in, to stand for the truth. Another way to fight is to write people, anyone, encouraging them to fight for the truth, but also to fight for the right to vote. I mean, Republican-led states are bringing their state back to the 20s. And I'm not talking about the 2020s, I'm talking about the 1920s, where the right to vote for a person for a non-white person is being taken away, it's being stolen away. And I feel that right now we're like frogs in a pot of water that is being slowly brought up to a boiling point. We forget that it's getting hot and we're not jumping out of the pot. We need to jump out of the pot and save all the other frogs that are still stuck in that darn pot. Because if we don't, you're going to lose your democracy. I've read cards, and I did a reading on democracy, and unfortunately the damn sound wasn't working right. Sorry, I swear like a woodsman right now. But the sound wasn't working properly, and you were not able to hear what the cards were saying. I didn't bother to redo the reading, and I should have. Because there's one question that I kept asking, and the answer was always the same. So, this is a yes-no video on democracy. As you know, the way I do my yes-no's questions, I use the Wheel of Fortune, and wherever it lands, the answer is there. So if it lands here, it's a yes. If it lands here, it's a yes, but there are more to it. If it lands here, it's a maybe or the decision, or it hasn't been written yet. And if it lands here, it's no. So baby, you stuck a long time on my finger there. Yes, you did. Now it's time to go there because I need to mix the cards. Go on. Good boy. So the first question that I want to ask is this. Is Texas going to be able to pass the law restricting voting rights? You know, the bill where all the Democrats were very courageous in walking out on the voting session. Yeah, that bill. I think his name is Governor Weber or something like that anyway. The Texan governor said that he would call a special session just for that bill to pass. That's not democracy, guys. Right then and there, it's a good indication that when laws like that pass, you're losing democracy. So, is Texas going to pass the voting law restricting voting rights? Restricting voting abilities, possibilities, opportunities for people who are non-white or just happen to think differently than a Republican. Yeah, they will. That's the same answer I got the first time I read on it. There's a lot of lies in it. One was apparently discovered where one congressman said that, one state congressman said that it was supposed to be, it was going to be starting at 11, that people will be able to vote starting at 11 on Sundays. When all along, we've all known it said 1. So here you have lies, here you have justice. The justice in this is very uncertain. Actually, there is a lack of justice in this. And it's all about money. I see the bushes there. Why would I see a bush there? Two of Cups, there are deals that are being made between Republicans, state Republicans, and federal Republicans. People are going to judge. History will be judged on what we do now. And they're working together. They're working well. They're working well. It's not good. So, yeah. The law is going to pass in Texas. Now, let's talk about Pennsylvania. They've sent people there to go to Arizona to do the recounts and to do a fraudit, like Chris Cuomo said, a fraudulent audit. They wanted to see how they were doing that and how that was going. How long does it take to do an audit in Arizona? I mean, it's been weeks. How long does it take to do that? So, what is going to happen with Pennsylvania? Are they going to do an audit too on potential voter fraud? Are they going to do an audit too on that? Because the Republicans that are in place, those that were holding the fort and standing for truth, are getting weaker and weaker, or they're leaving, or they're being fired, or they're being scared into doing things that they would normally do. So what's going to happen? Is Pennsylvania going to do an audit, a voter audit on the 2020 elections? The King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the decision hasn't been made yet. And the Hermit. Magician, the Four of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles. Okay. They're looking at, there's somebody fairly strong who is looking at this very closely. Is looking at this and working on manifesting this, manifesting the audit, and manipulating people into believing the audit is necessary. But the Ace of Cups is a new beginning, it's emotional, and there's a good foundation there's a good foundation. So chances are that Pennsylvania will stand strong and won't have an audit, but we're not sure yet. Some people are satisfied, some people are not. And this guy is strong. So it's very important here. People are not looking inside themselves. They're not looking at the light. They're not looking at what they need to look at. They're not evaluating the work that has been done by the volunteers. They're not valuing that at all. So we don't know about Pennsylvania. It probably is going to depend on the outcome of the Arizona fraudulent audit and how it's going to be taken by the people. They censured Cindy McCain. And what's that other guy's name? He was a senator, a junior senator. They censored him over there. Why? What was the point of that? There are two people right now that I see in the Republican Party, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I see only two people right now in the Republican Party fighting for the Republic, fighting for the country. It's Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger. The others, they're sitting on their ass, afraid of their constituent, not breaking the lie. So 56% of Republicans believe that Biden is not a legitimate president. Is that how it was when Lincoln was voted in president? Is that what happened? I don't know. Oh shoot. I lost the Wheel of Fortune. It's very important. I thought I had put the Wheel of Fortune on the table, but I left the King of Swords. Why did I do that? Shall we find out who the King of Swords is? Maybe that's why I got distracted and did that. Who is that King of Swords? It's a guy from Texas, I think. I know that there's a guy from Texas who is fighting. There we go. Who is fighting for voter for elections, for clean elections without fraud. That's why he went to Arizona, finding out how they do the fraudulent audit. And that's why on November 4th, he was actually in Pennsylvania judging how people were counting the votes. Yeah, big fighter there. But I want to know about Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger because I fear for them. I fear for their lives, actually. Especially Kinzinger because he's more in the news than Cheney. Although Cheney is a more recognized name and easier to say. Kinzinger is more in the news. I mean, tonight he was on Anderson Cooper's show You almost broke down crying. So, what's going to happen to these people? Are they in danger? Yes, no. Are they in danger? Are Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger in danger? Are Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger in danger? Are Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger in danger? Yeah, they are. They are being watched by immature people, paid for it. Lots of temptation, lots of opportunity for them to be hurt. One of them is going to walk away. Liz Cheney is more in danger. Well, I don't know. That could be Kinzinger, although he should be a king. But he's younger. But Liz Cheney's definitely a temptation for some people to hurt. So let's pray for them. Let's send them light. Hopefully they have bodyguards, security for them. Let's hope that they're able to change people's mind. Let's hope that they'll be able to be successful to right the Republican Party, because you can't only have one party. I mean, I know it's not a popular thing to say, but we need the Republican Party. But we need a good, honest Republican Party, just like we need a good, honest Democrat Party. Democratic Party, Democrats, you know, the Dems. Now, are there going to be riots in the streets in the near future in the name of Donald Trump? Are there going to be riots in the near future in the name of Donald Trump? Are there going to be riots in the near future in the name of Donald Trump? And some people are trapped. The king again. The King of Swords again. Who's that guy? King of Cups. That could be Biden. Okay. So some people feel trapped. Some people feel obligated to do that rioting because they feel they've been cheated. And they have these guys here, especially this King of Swords. We need to figure out who that King of Swords is. Some people have already walked away from the Republican Party, so that's a good thing. Okay, good. 6 of Wands. So, 6 of Wands. Some people are winning. Some people are coming out winners. Some people are coming out successful. Shit. Sorry. Yeah, there are going to be riots. They are going to be provoked. And they are going to be provoked by this King of Swords. And the King of... It's going to be made very apparent to the rest of the world that temperance is not something that exists in the US right now. Okay. Is the King of Swords? Could that be Flynn? Could that be Flynn? He doesn't know how to fight fair. He's a low life. That King of Swords could be Matt Gates. Let's see here. No, that's not him. Gates. Why don't I have him? I have a feeling that's Gates. I need to check that. I'll check and I'll get back to you, okay? Just give me 1 second. Sorry about that. No, Matt Gates is a Taurus, so that's not Matt Gates. This is Mitch McConnell, sitting there doing nothing, just 'cause. This could be Kevin McCarthy, but I feel the King of Swords is the same as the other one before, and he is strong. McCarthy is a weakling. So that's not McCarthy. Although it could be, that's not McCarthy. So we need to figure out who the King of Swords is. The more we know, the more informed we are, the more actions we can take. So, okay. So there are going to be riots, not right away, more needs to happen, but there are going to be riots, and there are going to be riots this summer. Here is a question I dread to ask, but I need to. Right now, the way things are, with the energies that are floating all over the land of the United States, is there going to be another civil war? All you have to do is listen to people being interviewed. They're all for it. Is there going to be another civil war? Is there going to be another civil war? The Empress. Things. It's the 4th time I read on this that I ask that question. This is the 4th time I get a yes. Just so you know. There's a lot of possibility. The air is impregnated with that energy. And there are bozos, little pages out there working for Mr. Trump, spreading the word that the White House needs to be reinstated to Donald Trump. By August. Yeah, in August it'll be reinstated. Shh. The Wheel of Fortune is in the yes but position. The 3 other times that I've read this question, it was the first card I would turn over. Now it is here. Things are changing. So right now, it's still a yes. Things need to happen first. It's down the road, and it's because of all the craziness. That's the fool, the crazy guy. All the craziness that's going on, all the lies that are being are being said, people are believing it. They're celebrating it. They're not thinking. They're just going to go for it. They're going to listen to the orange guy. Now, there are people in the no position that are still apprentices, that are still they haven't bought into it yet, but they sure are looking at it. This is teamwork, apprenticeship. This is apprenticeship. So why do we get 2 apprenticeship cards in the no position? Because right now people don't want to learn. We need to change that. That's why we have the tarot. That's why this was gifted to us. So that we can read the energy in the present time and see how we can change the future. Because we have free will. We can make decisions on our own. Let's make the decision to change people's mind. Let's make the decision to say, hey, let me tell you a little bit about history. Let me tell you what communism is. Let me tell you about socialism. I live in a social capitalist country. I feel fine. But I know people in China, in North Korea, who are living in a communist country. And don't tell me Russia is not communist. It is. It just calls itself differently. That's all. You have no rights. If you're not rich, you're extremely poor. People die young. People live unhealthy lives. People like you and me don't have a place in a communist society. When you get into an autocracy, or when you get into a situation where you have a dictator, when it's a dictatorship, that's what communism is. Look at Cuba. They don't have bad health care, though. Their health care is not bad. Other than that, they don't have much going for them. Are there people, in order for this to work, the army needs to get in there. So they need to divide the army, right? Because otherwise it's going to be civilians against the army. So it's just going to be a riot where of a few days, maybe weeks, where people, the army is going to go in and get everything under control. But for a civil war, part of the army needs to be on the other side. So do we already have a divided army there? Is the Defense Department, the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, the Army, are they divided already? Are there people on the other side already? We know Flynn is. We have a feeling his brother is too, but Call your congressman, call the next state's congressman. I don't care. Call them all. Write to them all. At the state level, at the federal level, call Biden. Call Harris. Call them. Seriously. The only way this is not going to happen is if the people put their foot down and say enough. That's the only way. So is the army already divided? Oh God. Yeah. We're close to a tower moment there. Lies and lies and lies are being spread. Deals are being made. Some people want to hang on to what they got, so they fell in line. Families are going to be divided, and the United States might too. So let's do this. Enough yes and no. And let's look at solutions, okay? Because that's what's important. We know where the energy is. Well, we didn't need the to read cards to know that, but we have a feeling we know where the energy is. Now let's look at what we can do to fix the problem. Excuse me. Let's look at what can be done to fix the darn problem. Now these cards, I do read them upside down and sideways. How can we fix the problem in the United States? How can we avoid more civil unrest in the United States? What can we do? What can we do to avoid more civil unrest in the United States? Well, put Trump in prison would be one thing. So they need to hurry the hell up. Yeah, it's going to create issues when they put him in jail, when they arrest him. That's for sure. But it's the right thing. The Page of Cups, of Swords reverse, and the Three of Swords reverse. Listen, there are bad news coming up. There's a lot of maliciousness and dishonesty, sarcasm. But what's coming across with the Three of Hearts reverse is optimism. So you want to change that. Forgive, reconcile, be optimistic. The glass is half full, not half empty. So the way we talk matters. The community needs to get involved. It's up to the citizens of the United States to get involved. That's with the Three of Cups. The magician, the manipulator, someone who seeks power and influence and wants to do bad deeds. The Head, the Eight of Pentacles. Americans have the talent and the mastery to accomplish what needs to be done, which is forgive, be optimistic, be Be positive. Reconcile within your family, with your friends, with your neighbors. Reconcile. Americans can't do that. Unfortunately, there is fear. A lot of fear. It says spiritual counseling. Let's look at what we mean by spiritual counseling. Right now, I feel that the best spiritual counseling you're getting is from tarot readers like Celtic Sheila and Linda, Linda G, the Comanche, and Whimsy, and Lena Rodriguez, and Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot, and from she always smiles. I love her. I can't remember her name. She's Australian too. She always has her hair tied back. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. Darn it. I love her readings. But this is where you're getting your spiritual counseling from. The best spiritual counseling from. You should also get that from the spiritual leader in the country. Like, I don't know, priests, reverends, church leaders, mosque leaders, and temple leaders, business leaders even. King of Cups. It's Biden. Listen to what he says. Biden could turn out to be another Lincoln if things go right. Big if. The Knight of Pentacles, the knight that goes nowhere, but still he's getting there. He's reliable, he's committed, he's a conservative. Oh. But he's hardworking. There are good conservatives, people. Okay, let's not forget that. I'm a liberal, and I know most of you are as well, but there are good conservatives out there. Okay, because they're conservative doesn't mean they're bad people. They're Americans too. Unfortunately, in the hopes, dreams, and fears, we have secrets, blocked intuition, confusion, and hidden motives. So we need to go back to what I was mentioning about spiritual counseling. The best spiritual counseling you're getting is basically on YouTube. Go figure. I'm not qualified. Don't listen to me. And then we have the King of Swords in reverse. That's a very violent and intimidating person. That's a cold person. Okay. I need to think this through. Just give me 1 second. Hi. I'm back. Okay, the King of Swords in reverse is someone who's ruthless, violent, intimidating, irrational, and cold. If I didn't know better, I'd say, gee, that sounds like Trump. That man is, I believe him to be McCarthy. I can't believe I'm saying that. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders. He carries something on his shoulder. Trump has something on him. The way to win our way out of this is to kick him out. Get rid of McCarthy, get rid of McConnell, you'll be fine. And the filibuster. The darn filibuster. Yes, get rid of that filibuster. That would be a good idea. Because that has kept you paralyzed for over 15 years. So get rid of it. And yeah, so that's basically it. I know that Sheila from Celtic Carol had a great message from her spirit guides and angels, and like she says, it's going to be worse before it gets better, but it will get better. And I truly believe it can get better. I do. But the American people need to take action. And if the American people do not take action, nothing will happen. So I think that the message would be, get your country back. You can get it back. You can. If anybody can, it's you guys. Elect the right people. Contest all those new laws the Republican parties in their respective states are putting in place. Elect people that want to work together. Elect people before Gingrich, like the people before Gingrich became Speaker of the House, because that's when the mess began with Gingrich. It got worse with the election of Obama because, the guy was black. Scary. But, yeah, Gingrich didn't help matters, but not at all. Probably other people too, but my history knowledge of the United States doesn't go that far. Have a good night, everyone. Take good care. I pray for you. I love you. And take good care of yourself. Okay? Bye.